Invites are on. Invites are on. Invites are on. And by the way, I don't resent anyone for who they support, as long as they stand for what it is that they claim to represent entirely, and don't harass other people in the process. Guys, are the invites working or no? No. How do I turn them on? I'm doing good, Joseph. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Finally, someone's asked me how I'm doing. So very hard to find common decency. I don't have an invite button. How do I turn it on? I've had invites before. I think I turned them off at the start of this live. I had them on. There were just plenty, so I just turned them on. Okay, let me end the live and
Ate yo banoga emiti. Ate yo banoga emiti.
Karigodo maize olina kwambala mu winter.
Anti ngenda soon.
Olaba nzijjuki nsembayo message esembyeyo eri ng'oŋŋamba I call you. Ye message endagayo yokka.
Kagundi kebasindikiddeko ssente kaakano.
Anti zigenda kujja bw'aba yataddeko neyanziza thank you so much. Zigenda kujja taata weebale. Bwe zinaaba tezize era ngenda kujja nkugamba Amirwe.
Naye akagundi nkakusindikidde naye ate gongamba tokalaba.
Kirabika network. Anti jukira network gye ndi mu kwogererako.
Aswamemu zijja kujja nga bataddeko.
Baby wange amaaso nga manene.
Tano. Gaali gabaddeko ddi amatono.
Naye kataka akafaananyi keetaagi.
To redo it, you have to either let them
redo
put
the
it.
whole thing.
Yes, then you put it in portrait, not landscape.
All right.
Or
Let me do that real quick.
Ningamba lwaki tagireka.
Waliwo ne kalizoning kemuvuze speed ng'atugamba nti ye ne gy'avudde amala n'addayo asomese ky'ataasomesa ne mubuuza ky'ogamba gwe wasangayo luli nera musangayo.
Osose n'okimusuulamu omuyanga ajja kuddayo ko ye
Anti nga njagala ndabe oba entegeerayo bwe tebwekkiriziganya nti kyakkiriziganyirizaako ayinza kyewakana.
Mumanyi tomupimanga gwe historic.
Bw'oba okyali awo abadde agenda kujjukiza Suuna bye yayogera. N'ogaana obbiwulira.
Bibadde peki naawe. Ate lwakuba nti kiki naye ne vidiyo ya Suuna tebaagiraba just balabika vidiyo ke baasaze.
Ate ogamba otya nti tebaagirabye ng'ate ogambye baagisaze n'oluyimba yalukuba.
Ngamba full video y'ekyo kyebagirirako. Anti yali ku live naye yali agamba endi video yali tagamba kubanga alinako
erinnya lye yakozesa lyali kyamu n'ebigambo
waliwo yamuvuma nga alinako dipi gwe kyoba omanya naye tagamba mwenna kyonna kyekiri oba tekyamulidde oba kyamulidde talina kyatugattako kati ekyoosooka n'okitegeera toluma mutwe kati naye mwenda bamwagala luma mutwe kati kyamulidde katufuniramu tekyamulidde tufuniramuwa
tetuyinza nakuddawo
mwewuunyiza kyokka cowboy n'angamba muleke ayogere.
Muntu bayihawe kati ate nawe obeera oyagala kufaanagana nga bano omukulembeze waagendako out ne bagamba mbu mulimu tewabirabe kati naye woba ofaanana waba akyogeddeko ekisooke kuba muntu
naye agirese nga mpalana
awo simanyi naye ekyokukyogerako tosobola kimugaana kuba muntu alina obulamu.
Bwe kyolina omumanya that is part of campaigning in the that is part of bimu ku bye bagamba.
Kati kambuuzi omuntu teyeetaayeeko. Sokoleka omuntu teyeetaayeeko.
Naawe kati ate ffe wano eno
kyogamba cowboy kati no honorable kansala kyayogedde kyaliwolikeka mu public okusinga ebyo ebijanjalo gy'obeera.
kati wuliriza kati oyinza okumbuulira kati oyinza okujja ate n'onterako eyo sitole nze ate nze abeera wano
abadde anyumiza ggwe yawadde platform
nedda tekimugaana kubyogera
oli kuntu
kale wabaddeyo statement ezabadde ziri faamu ez'omukulembeze okusabula bugembe.
in fact oyogedde badde ngenda okuzzaako nti ate
kyagamba mmwe temusaaga
ate mwalabye omwana abakedde okukolera gundi ono ani Katikkiro ono yali muganda wa Kabaka yawadde mukulembeze waffe obutwa kati ate ndaba ensanze nga bamusabula
muganda wa Kabaka
yani ono
wasajja ani wasajja
nga basabulani eyaleese
information nga bamutadde mu green screen bw'abeeye
ngamba osabuka nnyo nkugambye abaana babeerawo
ayinza n'obbaga yabadde oba munyarwanda wa Bobi sima oba munyarwanda ayinza okubaye
era namulabyeko ng'abivuga
gwe ndabye mu green screen mulabe awadde pulezidenti waffe obutwala
yasula kuba nti abantu abamu entegeera ya muntu bana oba n'okwagala obubaku for you
baagala
Has it worked? I don't know. I don't know. Request me and we'll see. All right. What do you mean it hasn't worked? What's the goal? What's the end goal? Yes. You guys can't hear me? Type P in the chat if you can hear me. All right. It's because a bunch of people are saying that they can't hear me. I'm not into politics. That's all right. You don't have to be into politics to at least listen to other people's opinions. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Are you saying on your left side of the PC? Yeah?
It's on that.
Yeah. This is the portrait now. This is the portrait.
Yes. That's
so before going live. Yes, before going live, there's something you have to hold on.
Look at this.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, before going live.
Yeah.
Are you seeing this here? The topic. Let's go live. Before going live, before clicking here. So you have to come here and put it in music. That's what that's when you get the boxes here. Are you seeing this? I don't know if you're seeing it. Labai, before going before going live. You see this? So I was talking about this. This is the portrait thing here.
Yeah.
So you come here, then you click go live. But before doing it, you have to put it in music here. You have to change that. This is the topic, yeah? So you have to put it in the music here.
Why do I have to put it in music?
That's when they will bring the full what? The whole set of the boxes. The whole set of the boxes.
Okay, let's try that.
Okay. No. Hold on.
Mm.
Hold on. You check here. You might guess. Do you have this?
I have it. I feel like I've achieved every goal that I needed to. I was just
No,
trying.
you have to arrange the boxes.
I have
Click on it, then
multi-guest.
you arrange the blocks. You arrange them here. Check here. Click here.
Okay, multi-guest live. Invite history.
There have to be 8
settings,
boxes.
introduction.
There have to be 8.
Introduction.
There have to be 8.
Guest. Yeah, there are 8.
No, here,
1,
bro.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have them.
There are 8.
Yeah, they are. It's just,
There are 6 here, bro.
I have 8 on mine.
Oh my god. Okay, no, it's okay. We can bring them.
Look,
We can bring them out.
let me show you. I'm just going to add a bunch of people, then remove them after.
Yeah, okay.
Just so you
Add
can
them,
see.
then they can.
It's about to be chaos in this live.
Yeah, that's.
As you can see, there are 8 boxes.
Bro, they have to be 8, not 6.
All right.
Okay, maybe I can go down. Is it okay?
Yeah. Yes. All right. Let's proceed. I hope you guys can see me clearly. We have confirmed that we can invite people. That was my main concern. Thank you, Iman Chambers, for helping me out. I appreciate you. Everyone say thank you to Iman Chambers. I wrote down some stuff yesterday when I was reading this book up here. You see this book? Museveni's Uganda, Paradoxes of Power and a Hybrid Regime by Ali Mari Tripp. And the first chapter that I read was about Uganda's governance type. Uganda is we we like to refer to Uganda as an authoritarian country, but in reality, at least it seems to be pivoting that way, but in reality, Uganda is a semi-authoritarian state. Do you know why I say semi-authoritarian? I say semi-authoritarian because Uganda has the illusion of elections. It has the illusion of working institutions, or rather non-partisan institutions. It has the illusion of press freedom, and I'm not just speaking random stuff. Good night at times. I'm not just speaking random stuff. It's true. It's the truth. We have the illusion of press freedoms and just the illusion of random, of a lot of stuff, not random stuff, but a lot of different freedoms that truly democratic countries have as working institutions and actual human freedoms. So I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I didn't have too much of an audience. But mainly in these types of states, semi-authoritarian states, leaders, when they come to power, especially the way Museveni came to power, they like to consolidate power through patronage, which is paying off people with jobs and paying off people with money so they can be quiet, and paying off people. Actually, I don't like ignoring people when they say stuff like this. And see, Sejobe, do you want us to fight for your family while you're there living in a good life? Come here, you don't, if you will. I'm just going to give this guy 30 seconds. The mere fact that I'm using my time that, in your own words, I could be using to live a good life or enjoy my life. I could be out just doing random stuff that does not involve helping out other people in any way. But I'm here on TikTok live in the afternoon when I could be eating. You know why? Because I think it makes a difference. I think it makes a difference for me to come on here and tell people what's going on and to show people the reality of how things actually are, how brainwashed we are as Ugandans. We might not realize it, but we're actually really brainwashed. When someone is in power for 40 years, there's a way that it puts something in people's heads and makes them think they are God. But we're going to come to see that this is not the case. Thank you for that comment. See, Sejo. We already saw the reasons why people seek power in these types of institutions, or why people seek to set up semi-authoritarian states. They set this up to set up their people from back home, to bring the minority up to the majority control, or to set up a minority class rule. Basically, those things are hard to unseat because it's very hard to face it head on without the ruling party making it seem like tribalism. Because when you say a factual statement and say that, wait, why is everyone that holds substantial power in the military from Museveni's hometown? That sounds like tribalism, but it's just a factual statement. Everyone with significant power in different institutions, in the military, in everything that controls the country's money, is from Museveni's hometown. This is not by accident, and Museveni doesn't do it because he loves the people from his hometown. He does it because he feels like, or factually, they're the least likely to betray him. It's like if someone was a head prefect, or if someone just took over the head prefect seat by force, the whole school won't like him that much, but it still has some people that like him, especially if they promise. I'm not even going to read from this. I'm just going to talk to you guys person to person. If they promise the school a bunch of stuff, or we're going to fix the dining hall tables, or we're going to bring more food in the canteens, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, the people say, okay, you took the thing by force, but okay, you'll do this for us, you'll do this for us. when the people start to notice, actually, one thing I will say is that at the start of Museveni's takeover, he centered himself on a broad Uganda-based government, or at least seemed like that, so he could get the support of the people. He told people that he would involve every tribe, every group of people, and every person in Uganda, the women, the men, and everyone would get an equal share of governance. Ideally, maybe this is what he wants, but for him to stay in power, it would be impossible if it was fair. That's why democracies work. That's why you don't see authoritarian leaders in democracies, because it's all sorts of different people with different ambitions, with different ways of upbringing, coming together to work towards one goal. It's much harder for people to oppress each other when outside of work they don't agree. So around the 1990s, when Museveni wanted to remove the term limit law, he started, even from the days of the war, he started to entrench a system with people from his hometown, because minority rule is just something that has been used as a strategy even from colonial times and before that, when a colonialist would come. You know what, let me go back to my example. I'm so sorry, guys. I have a tendency to veer off topic. Let me continue with my head prefect example. So, if the head prefect takes a seat by force, over time people are going to lose confidence in him, which happened in Uganda. And the people that work closest to him are not going to work for him, and they're going to want to work for the interests of the other students. To unseat this guy and bring someone that wants to work in favor of the people. So when the head prefect realizes this, they thereafter go to their classroom where they come from. In the whole school, there are several classrooms, maybe even several hundred classrooms. But they go to their classroom and say, okay, you're my neighbor, come here, you be my assistant deputy head prefect. You live near me. You're on that desk near me. Come, we'll give you some money, take this position. Don't let those people from the other class. And I don't blame the people from, actually, you guys, if you're someone from Museveni's hometown, I love you. I'm not blaming you for anything at all. Even you might support Museveni and you don't know why. It's because of this manipulation. They make you think that everyone hates you, when in reality they're just using you to advance their own personal goals. Like the head prefect that goes to his own class to pick out students so that he can stay in the seat of the head prefect. So this head prefect, even after he feels the whole system with people from his class. One thing that has kept Uganda down where it is, the headmaster and the people that work around them. Uganda's headmaster, which is Western powers, the people that give us the money to run our system and that give us international trade deals. They come and buy our gold or just give aid for arms. They ignore the situation in the country as long as the head prefect is doing what they want. So if the headmaster tells the head prefect, okay, I know the students don't like this, but go and I'm going to give you money for 100 buns. I don't care if you buy 80 buns or 50 buns. Just go, get that money for 100 buns, but when you reach a shop, buy me two packets of cigarettes as well and bring them. So the head prefect, he goes, he buys the buns, but he only buys 30 buns and he keeps the money for the 70 buns, and he uses it to pay his classmates so that they can keep him in power. He uses money for 20 buns to pay his classmates, and he keeps the money for 50 buns for himself so that he can go and buy food for later. So the students starve and they think it's the headmaster that hasn't given them enough money. But the headmaster doesn't care. He gave the guy enough money for 100 buns, which would have been enough for 100 students. So now 100 students have to share 20 buns, while the head prefect and his close allies, they share the money for for 70 buns between themselves. And at the end of the day, even these guys in the close circle, although they might each get 2 buns, the head prefect himself gets 50 buns to himself. At the end of the day, the price of helping a dictator, especially in the long run, is never worth it. However much these people entrench themselves in the system, long run it will never be worth it, because after that, what happens after that? Museveni won't live forever. He's 80 years old. If God curses us and lets him live another 20 years, most of you will still be alive. And a lot of the people that were helping him in his system will still be alive. What then? If Mohozi doesn't like them, he'll just execute them. If I'm saying, this is saying that Ugandans stay down. Now, this is a figurative situation. This is not the ideal. What we're hoping for is that in the 2026 election, there will be a protest vote and Ugandans will fight for their rights. Because me, I'm just a simple guy. I'm one voice among a few voices that are coming up to speak out towards this guy up here that you see. We are many that believe in what I'm saying. We're very many, but the number of people that come out to speak, I think, is not enough. We are many as well, but I don't think it's enough. Let me finish this analogy of the head prefect, then I'm going to add some people so we can talk to each other. Then thereafter I'll end the live. But over time and over many thefts from the people, the students have starved, they're angry. They've only been sharing 20 buns between 100 students. 20 buns turn into 15 buns. 15 buns turn into 12 buns. I'm using buns because when I was in high school, when I was at SMARC, we used to fight over buns all the time. The class prefect would give his favorite people buns. These little the bread things. And yeah, we'd fight over them. But at this point, the people are angry. They're saying we don't have enough buns. During sports time, we're 2,000 students and we have to share 3 soccer balls. When we go to the showers, there's no soap in the showers. When we go to class, there's no chalk for us to write with. The head prefect ate the money for the chalk. When we go back to our dormitories, the mosquitoes are biting us. The head prefect is living in his own car cubicle. He has everything there. He even has a TV. You know? So at some point the students get tired. However long it takes them, that's up to the students. But at the end of the day, the longer they take, the more damage will be done. And the more work will be cut out for the next head prefect. That's my analogy of Uganda. The situation that Uganda is in is not forever. Just one thing I want to say is that we should be happy with the fact that it's not going to last forever. Physically, it can't. Even China, which has lasted like 3,000 years or what, they had empires, multiple empires that came up and fell and came up and fell, and that's entirely authoritarian. What about us that are just dealing with Museveni? It won't be forever. Let me add someone real quick so we can talk with a few people. And yeah, Sai Mutoyuji. 7. Good evening, how are you doing? I'm alright. It's great to have you on my live. Thank you. 100%. That's the point. Hundred percent. 100%, yes. Do you want me to explain in what ways? Victim. Everyone that lives in Uganda is a victim, even if you're getting money directly from the regime itself. Even the people that work in the ministry, when they get out to drive on the roads. Oh, they can't hear you. You know what I'm going to do? Let me. Yes, they can't hear you. Let me. I think I pressed something here. Let me. Guys, can you hear? Can you hear him? No sound for the guest. Okay, let me check my settings. I'm going to answer you, but let me first make sure that the people can hear you. Hello?
Yes, mpulira.
Yeah, and Bakulida. Guys, do you hear him?
Okay, kirikiriya ndowooza.
Let me ask them. Yeah, ndowooza Bakulida.
Njagala onziremu kiri ky'ongambye toli victim.
Oh, let me switch my headphones because Bakulida naye nze sikuwulira.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right. Got it. Let's go on.
So you have just said that you were victim of this regime,
Yeah.
Museveni, for 40 years. And earlier I heard you saying that at least about 20 years in the regime Museveni. We have the same generation of Wanga Nang in 1998. I've also seen Museveni. I've also found Museveni. I also have complaints about Museveni regime, but also have some credit for Museveni's regime.
Yeah.
So I want you just to maybe to tell me how you're victim of this regime, and maybe the other colleagues.
Okay.
And
Well,
why should we actually go and do like Kenyans doing, Tanzanians what they are doing? Because you said you are all victims of this regime.
okay. Well, let me start here. Besides all the physical trauma that I've personally endured because of my father's objection to this regime, besides all of the people that I've seen dying because of their support for my dad, and because of the fact that they have a different opinion, despite all of that, I won't talk about that because right now it seems that you're taking a bit of a developmental. You're talking about the development of the country, right? Okay, I won't talk about that. So, I think Uganda is very behind. Especially if we compare ourselves to our neighbors, especially the ones that aren't in war and haven't been in war. Forget the DRC and the northern countries like South Sudan, Eritrea, and even Ethiopia that has been fighting for a while. They're a bit more developed than us. This is what I think. I think any government that has been in power for 40 years should have been able to provide the bare minimum, which is clean water, food security, education, outreach opportunities, and healthcare. Those four. They have the reasons why they don't want to provide press freedoms and stuff like that, which I don't support. I don't support their reasons. But those 4 things, especially outside Kampala and outside quote unquote major cities, I don't think we're as developed as we need to be. I think we've been getting stolen from.
Okay, according to you, in case you have history before Museveni and after Museveni, the percentage you can actually arrange and you say yes, of course, of your 4 points you have actually laid out.
We were living in dictatorships before Museveni, and before those dictatorships, it was colonialism. I don't think Uganda has never had a democracy, so those past leaders are not an example to use to say that Museveni is good.
Is your argument based on what you hear, what you say, or maybe you have lived? One will ask you, you even actually know the border of south of Uganda and the north of Uganda. Have you moved in those areas, like, or you look around near Kampala, and then you're basing on see whether Uganda is actually have a percentage of development or you're just still backwards?
I have
Because
two
a lot of
villages. I have 2 villages. My first village, which I've been to the most, is in Tungamo. My mother is from Tungamo, which is in western Uganda, and my grandfather lives there. I also have a village in Gomba that I went to mostly when I was young, and when my grandfather died, I stopped frequenting that much. I've been to northern parts of Uganda, especially in my teenage years. And on all these trips, even though I have been passing through the more developed routes because most other roads are unpassable, I've seen suffering. I've seen people suffering on the way down to Tungamo. You reach a point. You know, where is your village? Let me ask you. I'm so sorry. I've been talking a lot. Where is your village? So I can use your village as context to kind of explain with things you've seen yourself.
Yeah, I'm this side of Masindi.
Masindi. Is that Western Uganda? Yeah, that's Western Uganda, right?
Yes, Midwestern Uganda.
Midwestern Uganda. On the way to Masindi, you always see those families with the skinny cows, right? And they have 2 cows. The kid has no shirt, only shorts, with his stick, no shoes.
Maybe I've not seen this side
Have you?
because
At least on the way. Have you seen?
we don't have those kids this side.
Okay, well, I've seen a bunch of people of that sort on the way going down and on the way up. We tend to forget about those types of people, but the majority of Ugandans are living in those conditions. Most of us that have phones and access to internet and access to all sorts of modern infrastructure and access to Kampala town, we live in such luxury compared to those people that we tend to forget about them. I don't think we need to forget about our fellow Ugandans. When I consider my opinions, I don't think about my experiences because I've been fairly privileged, even compared to the average Ugandan. I've been fairly privileged because my dad was lucky enough to make it in music, and he took care of us. So
in that case, do we have to blame our parents or blame the regime?
I blame the regime.
Because people have tried to try to change that situation you're talking about. But when you see a kid who is in such a situation, and you see the parent who's almost of our age category, and you ask yourself, these people may be having issues with the state, or maybe they have not actually bothered so much to do like maybe your dad did, sacrifice everything.
My dad was lucky. My dad was lucky to have made
so it's
it
about life
through.
in this regime.
It's so many people. My dad was lucky. In this Uganda, there are so many people that work hard. And my dad has said this before. There are so many people that he left in the ghetto that some of them even died, that are just as talented as he was, but did not make it as far. And that's why he feels like he has to dedicate his life to make sure that some more people like him can come out of the situation that they're in, to come up and bring themselves out of it. You know what I mean? We can't blame the parents, because let me ask you, what jobs do those people have? What jobs do they do?
If they're not farmers, maybe they should be doing business in whatever business they are doing.
Now, when they come out of how easy is it to come out of that situation and build oneself up to be able to take care of your family when you can barely afford to live in the country, but like as an individual, it's really hard. It's really hard. Of course, working hard plays a part in it, but you can only get so far. It takes multiple generations to make the kind of progress that other people in developed countries that actually have good government support and good healthcare and good education, where they get in the amount of time that they get. Yeah.
So let's paint a picture that this government maybe is changing, and the opposition maybe is coming in, like Chagulanyi will be getting in with his experience, with his background. You understand that, at least you understand those people, kind of people you're talking about. Is it emphasis? Where are we going to start with these people? What can we do for them? So we talk about health sector, we talk about education.
Yeah.
Yes, we see they're there, though
We're
there are
going to start
challenges.
with those people. We're going to start with those people. I think, at least in my opinion, I think dealing with a country's situation starts from the bottom of the bottom. If you start to deal with the people that are in the worst situations, the country will come up, because you'll be bringing up so many people. If you start building up the system from the bottom, you build up the education sector, you build up the hospitals, you put good hospitals in remote areas where people are mostly dying, you bring clean water, you build, clean latrines. One thing that my mom is a part of an organization called Caring Hearts Uganda, and one of the things I would mostly do is pass out sanitary pads and build latrines in remote areas where they didn't even have clean latrines to use. So I think the fundamental issue of development starts at the lowest of the low in society, in their conditions, not in their inherent nature. Yeah. I need to have someone else, but I hope I've answered your questions sufficiently, and I hope you're satisfied with my answers.
Okay, thank you. Nice to hear from you.
Of course, nice to hear from you as well. Have a great night.
Okay.
All right. Let's just look at someone else. Sadaman Makebe. It's a very interesting individual. So let's see. Hello?
Hey, yo.
Yes.
Yo, Solomon, how you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
How is everything?
Everything is going well, man.
I see the smell, man. Keep it up.
Thank you. I'm always happy. Always glad to
Man,
be
that's so
alive
cool,
another
man.
day.
That's so cool. All right.
Yeah. What's up, man?
I would just like to clarify some issues out with the nation just right now, because I'm seeing the people that they are trying to ask you some questions from the aspect of you, of yourself.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, Solomon has just been a victim of this country in a different way than others.
No.
Because openly he has told you that he has been, yeah.
Look, thank you so much for defending me, right? But one thing that I'm trying to put across there is that just like any other Ugandan, I'm facing the same problems as everyone. If I'm in Uganda,
yeah, definitely,
and I'm driving on the road, and I hit a pothole and the car just stumbles and blows up. You remember Sudil's son? Sudil's son just died recently because of and rest in peace to him, because of that pillar that was in the road. There were no signs.
That makes everybody in the country becoming a victim of this system which is failed.
The richest
so
man's
my main
son
point is
in the whole country.
Died in the same system. So you people should just understand that if at all you cannot maybe experience the oppression in the same way, but in any other way, you are also a victim on this system. So some people are just asking questions from the aspect of Solomon, saying that, oh, I've been paying to my success. Oh, I've been paying. I've been going to worse schools. I've not been getting clean water. No, that's not the way Solomon's been facing this thing. But there's what they call a general good. Is it called a general good? There's a small word that the president used last time. Is it a public good or general good? I don't know how to call it. No, never know the public service, but there's something like the time you leave your house like this, you just have to share the same good roads, the same good schools, the same good medication, the same good common good. Common good. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. So the common good. So if at all the country lacks what they call a common good, basically everybody becomes a victim of the oppression, regardless whether you are rich or poor, whether you are privileged or non-privileged. Because he gave the example of Sudil's son. Those guys are now victims of this system. So Sudil Rupalelia just buried his son over the poor infrastructures. That's the road. So most of these people are waiting for someone to drink maybe this undrinkable water that I showed you in the video. Most of
it was you. Sadaman Makebe. Yes. I think I follow you on Facebook. Wow. It's my pleasure to have you on my live. That's great.
That's good as well.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for showing the people. Thank you.
And I'm telling you,
I could show them that
it is worse if it's worse if at all you just see that thing by your real eyes, because you feel the chills and the goosebumps. You understand? So
I can now open up properly. It's so annoying. It's so annoying in a system that we have been entrenched in for 40 years. 40 years. People are drinking water from a well and it's almost black water.
It is crazy that this was even going outside the country. You understand? They don't even give the report. Can you imagine? The media houses have been quiet about that issue for the last 40 years. Because I've never seen any media covering that story. And people are drinking that water for years. And people be like, oh, we grew up drinking that water. Oh, Sadama, don't talk about that. We grew up drinking that water. What are you saying? You grew up in a very abnormal way.
Yeah.
People have to have a bare minimum, as you say, the bare minimum. On average, everybody should have a clean drinking water. That's a basic need. So if at all people are waiting for people to raise up their voices when they are victims, that's a wrong thing to say. If you were to become a victim of some oppression, then you raise your voice, then that's not how things work. Solomon, Kampala, man, thank you so much. We are very proud of you.
Thank you, Sadaman.
Very proud of you, brother.
Thank you. No, man.
Yes.
It's my pleasure. It's my absolute pleasure. I am so insanely happy that we have people like you to help us tell people and spread our message out there and show people what's actually going on in our country. Because abantu banji tebamanyi tebalaba bino ebintu bali awo they're just
some people think it's just a mere say or propaganda or something.
Think we're just saying things.
Everything is actual. Yeah,
this is real life.
Yeah, if we talk about the bad schools, you find a school which is almost falling on the people. If you talk about the poor infrastructures, trust me, you know, last time
people wait to experience things but themselves, for themselves,
to become a victim of the system.
To become a victim of the system. Hardly, they're already victims, but they wait to reach the last point, the last breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
and of which is always too late.
I like to call that a colonial mindset. I don't know why. It comes from those days.
It's definitely a colonial mindset. Let me tell you something. We've never gotten our independence. No. We've been from colonialism to another colonialism.
Yeah.
The oppressor just changed the skin color because oppressors will always come in different sizes, different ages, and different skin colors. We just got a new oppressor, which is a black oppressor, which is Museveni and his regime. They are targeting our mindsets. They never take the initiative of sensitizing people for what they have to do. Can you imagine this government doesn't have any time of sensitizing people on the constitution, on their well-being, but all they buy is guns.
It doesn't fit their interests. It doesn't fit their interests.
It doesn't.
Museveni only cares about staying in power.
Now, let me tell you something, Solomon, because we are of the same age almost. I think maybe I'm older than you, maybe by a year or something, because maybe your dad told me so. Solomon, live out of the country whereby if I told you come out and be like, oh, I think we need a medical care right now, or we need some infrastructure, then they say you are the enemy of the country. You become the target of suppression. How come?
It's
you understand
absolutely
what I'm saying, right?
insane. Beanies are
very
only
insane.
You just feel like you want to explode.
Come on.
But
so if at all I come out and be like, oh guys, you know what? We need to make this road. So I become the victim. I become the bad guy. So you need to look for me so that you can put him in jail. I know you see most of our comrades are in jail right now just because of this. So maybe they said something about the roads or the electricity or anything. But I'm telling you,
I'm telling you, guys, clip me if you want. Don't get surprised if the next time I land in Entebbe airport, I'm just kidnapped and taken somewhere.
It is definitely possible because
it's
right
possible.
Now you're raising your voice.
I genuinely don't care.
Definitely.
I don't care because if my comrades, if my comrades that are on the ground, like Sadaman Makebe, if my comrades are risking that, who am I? Who am I to not give myself
and remember,
entirely?
We are all stakeholders of this nation. We are all
100%.
Stakeholders. and the future of this country lies in our hands. I don't know whether is it like future in like I don't know whether this goes like that. I don't know the lyrics actually. Is it? Maybe the future is in our hands. We have to take care of the future. And every generation has to have those youths that have to care for the future. If we don't fight right now, I'm telling you, nobody will ever fight for us. No. Our fathers are growing up. Solomon, if you look at dad right now, is aging. Yeah. Same as my dad, same as whoever's listening to this. So we are the generation which has to come up and stand just right now. We're just glad we have a person who just came from the roots. He has been a victim of the old generation and a victim of this current generation. So he knows what's right and what's wrong. And he gave us the information that we all need. So just know that right now, and I always say with these Ugandans, we don't have anything to demand to our leader, His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. He told us all what you need to hear and all what we need to do is to stand up and fight for our own selves. Solomon, I'm telling you one thing. Right now, you are very lucky that you knew what to do and you know what to say right now. And luckily, you learned everything by example. Some of us have learned this whole situation by experience. We've experienced this injustice.
so sorry, man.
You know, it's very hard people to learn by example. Very, very hard. We need to first learn by experiencing some stuff. And you're a very smart guy, I'm telling you this, brother.
I appreciate it.
So, Ugandans, let us just stand up. I'm telling you, we don't have any other chance apart from fighting. If you look on the beneficiaries of the war that our fathers fought, if you see the beneficiaries, none of our parents are benefiting from the war that they fought back in the days.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting the fake promises that Can you imagine? If you look at the beneficiaries, they are coming from other countries. You understand?
Let's not talk about that one. But,
you understand? I know.
But yeah, being is a bit, bro. It can really take you off and sit on your head. No laws and no gamba man, and then sit together jikoledachi.
But I'm telling you, the power of the voice, it doubles it, man.
Yeah.
If you don't keep quiet and start talking, man.
If we all speak to each other, that's genuinely how revolutions happen. That's how things happen. And no about that, the next day, things have changed.
Definitely. Man, big up on yourself, man. I appreciate the time and the platform that you've given me. Mr. Solomon Kampala, the first son of this country. You're the first son, man. Regardless, you're the first son, man.
Thank you, Sadaman Makebe, bro.
You guys in the comment section, just comment the first son right now. I want to see that one. First son. Comment it. I want to see 300 people commenting that. I'm telling you, Solomon, because you're a smart guy, I'm telling you this. You're a smart guy. Yeah, the first son, I'm just saying just 2 comments. You guys, I know, Michael will put your back over and better.
Thank you, Sadaman. Thank you, Sadaman Makebe.
All right, man, big up on yourself. Tomorrow we are leaving to Kitugum, Lua, Apache, so you guys prepare yourselves. We are moving. I want to say Tambla, you guys prepare yourselves. Tomorrow we are moving. Big up, respect. Katigwa vitegedega mati, honorable. Asada man. Make. Chakavi. Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. We have the honorable Sadaman Makebe. Yeah. Guys, I'm sick. I'm very going on live. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining my live. What Sam okay? Guys, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Kale Kambaleke, thank you. Thank you so much for joining my live. I appreciate every single one of you, all of you that love me, love the movement, all of you that hate me and hate the movement. Thank you, all of you. A reason why we do this, the lovers and the haters, we do this for the people of Uganda. Whether we live or we die. Whether we live or we die. Yep. Kale. Tugenda kwelaba. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good night to all of you.
Ono amugoberera.
Amugoberera. Bambi. Naye nange simumanyi oba waawa. Ogambye we Masaka.
Kasita wamulaba ku kitebe.
Siwe Masaka.
Nobada kuchozeni. Bwateka kuba wa Uganda.
Anti era we Uganda chozeni ayagala kwebisa mabusi.
osanga masaka bagigoba bagijja mu Uganda nayo nsi yayo
kuliko Owen Yugi
Jurassic Park Republic
ndamu omusheyaringire
Ogambe akayimba ke bakayimba
akachi kashe yatukalabwa sheyaringire omuntu nga tajja
ayinza okuba taliiko nga yeebasengejja omwana omuto
kuliko ka green sokoleke kuliko ka green
kati yaba kwali
kati awo mulemereko sheyaringira komwajja kujja kubuuza zino sheya
bukwali
kuba kati awo nga Cowboy wogenda ku muzindalo olabika gwe abadde azze okuyimba ebya
kuba music bambye
munoonye nange mwenyini munoonye ku TikTok zammwe gyali
ate tumunoonye munaffe tunoonyeza abantu nsonga kati soko tuyambeko
yamala mulaba wano nga ze ne tumukwata mu followinga
ogenda wali ku TikTok yo ku search yo n'omusaakinga n'omufuna
anti ffe tetumugoberera
ajja kujja
kikulu nze siina kyakibba
bino byakuyambagana kati omwana ngoyo aba avuddeyo omuto bw'atyo ng'asobola okuyimba
eba yeetaaga
wanaaba talabiseeko lero ojja munoonya
kunyiiga bunyiizi
ojja munoonya